Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by Money Stocks. Today is Monday, May 5th, 2014. Thank you all for joining in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what you're going to see here is that the futures are trading lower this morning by about 8 points per contract to 1865.50. Right now, the market seemed to be under a little bit of early morning pressure, and this is not unusual. Even on Friday, we saw a lot of news coming out about Russia and the Ukraine. Tensions are building there. It looks like there was some tragedies over the weekend in the region. Looks like a lot of people were hurt in some serious fighting. So we'll see where this goes. But again, this is going to linger. This is just not going to go away. We're going to see more of this certainly over the coming months. So again, regardless if there are talks in Geneva or anything like that, you're still seeing a lot of tensions over there. And now you're starting to see some actual conflict. Chatter of a civil war breaking out is looking more and more likely. So again, be prepared. Everything that's going on over there in the Russia-Ukraine area is certainly going to affect the markets going forward. So we'll take it one step at a time. We'll see what these markets have to say, and that's the best you could do with it at the moment. But right now you do have the futures down about 8 points this morning. And when futures are down like this, you got to just take it one step at a time, take it slow, and we'll see where the market goes. All right, there's a lot of economic data that was released over the weekend. Looks like China released some news that was weaker than expected. Last night in the Shanghai market, I believe the market was flat. You did have the Nikkei 225 index finish basically down about 2/10 of 1%. So not a big deal. In fact, Nikkei was even closed last night, so I take that back. But Shanghai was the more important index, and I believe that one was open, and they basically finished flat. This morning in Europe, you're seeing the European markets basically all lower. German DAX is down, I believe, by 1.3%. So a decent tumble in the European markets this morning, and that's certainly going to weigh on the U.S. markets here this morning ahead of the opening bell and at least till 12 o'clock this afternoon. So be aware of that. There are a lot of stocks in the news. We're going to start off with J.P. Morgan. It looks like JPM's expenses for legal costs have definitely gone up. Stock right now is trading at $54.09. It closed at $55.58. So that's down about $1.50 from where it closed. Expect this one to get down to around $53 ultimately. That's the level where I do have support, $53, $53.10, somewhere in that vicinity. That's where I do think we could see JPM. Not sure if it gets there today, but I have to anticipate that it can get there looking at the news. But JPM will have some support at $53 should it get down there. Next stock I'm seeing in the news here is Sina Corp. Sina Corp reported some news that I believe they're getting fined by the Chinese government or for releasing some content that they shouldn't have. Either way, this stock closed at $48.15. It's trading at $46.41. It was a little bit lower this morning. I still think this stock can go lower. So again, I don't have a real major support level for Sina Corp till $36. It might even be $35.75. I'm not sure we'll see the price go that low. But either way, this stock is definitely not showing strength, and you want to be a little bit careful with it, especially with that weak China data that was released over the weekend. Next, let's take a look at Target Corp. Looks like Target CEO is stepping down after that security breach happened. So the Target CEO will be stepping down. Right now, the stock is trading at $61.39. It closed at $62.01 on Friday. Not seeing anything terrible for Target, nor am I seeing anything great here. The only level for me on Target would be down around $58.60, but it doesn't mean the stock's going there. The stock is just hanging out basically in the 61 level. It's not terrible, but the CEO is stepping down. We'll see if the stock does proceed higher. A lot of times when a company CEO leaves and you get a new face on board, that can lift a stock. So be prepared for that. Target's holding up okay. I don't really see anything terrible, but the CEO is leaving the company. All right, let's take a look at Pfizer. Pfizer's been under the hot seat for a while here. Basically, they're trying to buy AstraZeneca for $100 billion, but they also reported earnings today. So the stock is coming down a little bit. It's trading at $30.35, as you can see. It closed at $30.75. The one level I'm going to watch for on Pfizer would be around the $29.40 level, $29.35. That's a level I think Pfizer is going to see some good support. So if it gets down to that level, $29.35, $29.40, I think traders can look to snatch Pfizer up. I think that's where the stock will be supported. If the AstraZeneca deal, is somewhat approved or something like that, then Pfizer could go lower. But right now, I do think the stock does have short-term intraday support around $29.40, $29.35, and that would be for a scalp play. So again, keep that level on the radar today if it does get down there. Let's take a look at Occidental Petroleum. I believe they also reported earnings as well today. So Oxy, ticker symbol OXY. A little bit in the news here with the earnings report. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they beat estimates by 5 cents. I have to look again. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't care about the estimates or the earnings. I just care about the action in the stock and where the stock's going and what it's telling us. So right now, the only level I'm seeing for this name is around $93.23, $93.25. There'll be some intraday support there. So again, watch lower, $93.25. That's a level you could get involved for a scalp play. Remember, a scalp is nothing more than a quick day trade lasting between 10 minutes and 30 minutes. And then another level I see for Oxy that I really like, if it got down there, would be $89.20. So both levels could give you scalp bounces. The $89.20 level, obviously the stronger of the two since it's lower and more conservative. So keep that on the radar as well. Another stock reporting earnings this morning is Tyson Foods. And I'm not really seeing that many big movers, but I don't see a lot of upside in Tyson today. So if it does shoot back to the upside, maybe it could go to $44, but I really don't see it right now. If it does come down, traders can be a buyer around $40.33. Currently it's trading at $42.45, so you still got a long way to go. But around $40.33, should it trade there, that's a level where you could scalp the play. I don't see anything in between here that you could do much with, so again, take it for what it's worth, and we'll see how that plays out going forward. But again, that would be a level I would get interested in the stock. Again, that level is $40.33. I'm not sure we're going to see it, but that's a level I do like. Looking over a few other things out here, looks like FedEx is in the news today. They're going to raise prices on ground shipping. So not really, the stock is not moving off the news. There's nothing I'm seeing here. But nonetheless, it is trading around $137. The stock has resistance around $139, $139 and a quarter. So keep that in mind. But they are raising their ground shipping prices. Sometimes that will help the stock, but not in this case. It's really not doing anything ahead of the opening bell. So we'll keep that one on watch as well. All right, let's move over a little bit to the oil and gold market. Gold is up today pretty nicely, trading higher by $12 to $1,315 an ounce. Gold has been a very, very tough trade as of late. It's been all over the map. But today you have the GLD trading above 126.60. So that's a pretty nice move considering it closed at 125.06. Solid pop for the GLD this morning. We'll see where that one goes. But right now it is holding up very, very well. And again, GLD trading at 126.60. Gold futures are trading up 12 points to 13.15 an ounce. Decent move for gold. This is all in the back of the Ukraine news. Also a weaker dollar. Also a weaker dollar yen. Dollar yen moves lower. Gold generally will move higher. So again, that's where we stand when we're looking at the gold market. Let's take a look at oil this morning. Light sweet crude is up, I believe, by 35 cents to $100.11 a barrel. Remember, light sweet crude is the type of crude we use here in the United States. Let's go to the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude. And you'll see that this USO is trading at 36.41. It closed at 36.29. I think oil is holding steady here. It's going to find a little bit of a base. Again, if the USO did fall, you're going to look at $35.75 as some intraday support. With all the tensions going on in the Russia-Ukraine, I guess we have to look at oil as holding steady, but I don't see anything great or terrible. It's more of a neutral type play for the most part. All right, I think we've covered everything. Futures are still down about 8 points at the moment, so decent decline. We'll see if they start to fall further once the opening bell rings, but we do have some levels out here on some certain stocks, and we'll see how this all shakes out and plays out. I will be looking for potential gap plays all the way till 9 o'clock in the morning. Anything that I do see will be posted in the chat room around 9 a.m. With that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. Have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.